This is the J-Hawks Sports Network, powered by Heartland Technology.
All right, welcome aboard on the J-Hawks Sports Network from Heartland Technology. It's been a minute since we've been on last, and it'll be another long minute before we're on again. Anyway, Nate Clayberg, Luke Baldwin, the voices you'll hear tonight from the upper patio here inside the South Gym in Jesup. Anthony Baugh controls. Eric Clark is on our camera tonight. Luke, we are ready for basketball and bringing in Gladbrook-Reinbeck, a foe that boys are probably familiar with in postseason play and challenges, but the girls team facing them tonight, they're going to give some challenges as well.
Yeah, obviously outside of our pod, actually on the other side of the nickel, so we don't often come up against GR until postseason. Yeah, we've seen them in seems like every sport. We just saw them in postseason volleyball earlier in the fall, but should be a good game. You know, GR sitting at 5-1 on the year, 2-1 in their pod. Of course, Jesup also 2-1 in our pod. I think a similar type of team. You know, they've got a little bit of height. We've got a little bit of height. They got some speed here and there. We've got some speed here and there. We saw them in the jamboree early on. I know one of their gals was dealing with, I think she had pneumonia or something. So she was, I don't think they were 100% is what I'm getting at that time. But, yeah, it'll be interesting. And then this is our last hurrah before the Christmas break, so it would be great if Jesup could notch another win before we head out for the holidays here.
Well, this is where things are sitting at right now. Jesup J-Hawks here hosting tonight. Again, they're part of the Nickel East Conference pod. 4-2 overall in the season, 2-1 in that pod. Gladbrook-Reinbeck, a part of that West Nickel. And they're a 1A school at 5-1. 2-1 in the conference play. The only loss coming to Grundy Center, 40-38. That was back on December the 10th. Jesup girls, they had back-to-back losses early in December with Hudson and Denver, and picked up a big win against Sumner Fred and also against Union here earlier this week. But they won't be back here on this home floor until January 9th when we'll see Grundy Center. Let's turn things over to Dan Fox for our starting lineups.
A special welcome is extended to our guests from Gladbrook-Reinbeck High School. Jesup High School proudly supports and practices good sportsmanship by supporting your team, abilities of the opposition, and the decisions of the officials. You can create an environment that is reflective of our community. Be a class act, be a good sport, winner in the game of sportsmanship. Please welcome tonight's game officials, Jim Prouty, Chad Ingalls, Robert Colbert. Now the starting lineup for the Rebels. Bryn Schneider, a junior, number 0. A senior, number 2, Dylan Mathern. A junior, number 4, LAC. A senior, number 12, Lily Gripps. A junior, number 14, Kennedy Brent. The Rebels are coached by Amber Jeringer. And now for our Jayhawks, a senior, number 2, Peyton Youngblood. A junior, number 11, Emma Bowes. A junior, number 12, Jaden Bowes. Sophomore number 13, Emma Double. A senior number 23, Olivia Nesbitt. The Jayhawks are coached by Jordan Conrad. Ladies and gentlemen, please honor our nation and flag while paying respect to our men and women in uniform around the world who protect our liberties and way of life with the singing of our national anthem by Allison Brown.
All right, singing your national anthem tonight. Pep band in house. Luke, starting lineups.
For the Gladbrook-Reinbeck Rebels, we've got a 5'7" junior, number 0, Bryn Schneider. A number 4, a senior, number 2, Dylan Mathers. I'm sorry, she was number 2. Number 4. Thanks,
You
Nate.
want that magnifying thing?
Yes,
Okay.
that's what I need. Number 4, Ellie C., a junior. Number 12, Lily Drips, a senior. And number 14, a junior, Kennedy Brandt. For your Jesup J-Hawks, we've got a senior guard, number 2, Peyton Youngblood, a junior guard. Number 11, Emma Bowes, junior guard. Number 12, Jaden Bowes, a sophomore forward, number 13, Emma Zabel, and a senior forward, 23, Olivia Nesbitt. I struggled there, Nate.
Well, it's early yet.
It is.
It's been a little while. You're a little out of practice, so we'll get warmed up.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've been up here.
Yeah, you got a break coming too, so. A little back and forth here. Jesup had given up that tip and looking to try and maintain possession, and they do end up get their first basket of the game.
Jesup falls right into that full court press that gave Union so many fits the other night. The Union Knights really not equipped to deal with any sort of a press as they continue to rebuild there in LaPorte. Gladbrook was able to get it across the center line and fall into their offense.
Working on the rotation, 10 on the shot clock. Shot from the left side. Nesbitt will pull down that rebound. These Jesup girls have struggled early in the year. Turnovers have been their Achilles heel, but we seem to be starting off with some control here in the first half.
That was a great possession for the Jayhawks. Rebound by Olivia Nesbitt. She kicks it out quick to Peyton Youngblood. She wastes no time pushing it up the floor to Zabel, who took it right at the defender. Made a nice step through and easy layup.
Near side, Brandt with the ball. Far side, looking for an outside jumper from C. No good. Brandt with it. Kick it back out for the offense to set up for Schneider with a deep one.
Nice shot by Snyder there. 5'7" junior for GR. Lily Drips on the far side of your screen there. She was the senior I was talking about previously. She was under the weather when GR was in the gym here earlier for the jamboree. At this point, I don't even remember who they were playing, but I know she was breathing pretty heavy. She's a good kid. I know her from club volleyball. My daughter used to play with her, and she's done a nice job for them in various sports over the years.
Zabel had a basket, but on the floor, she will end up giving a foul. And we'll see our first player at the free throw line tonight. And that will put C in there. Actually, strike that. Brandt is in there. Side iron, no good. Just underway here in Jesup. Last game before holiday break, and is this where we say it's the last of 2024, last game of the year?
I think.
And then we have a little chuckle and move on with our lives?
Yeah, I think that's right. That didn't seem
we had
real.
more of a laugh about laughing.
So Brandt, she the tall drink of water down low for the Rebels. She had a really nice year in for their team in volleyball this year. I'm pretty sure it's the same kid. She plays middle for them, I believe, and she's really turned into a hammer for them.
Emma Bowes, top of the key. Come left side, and we'll get tripped up. I was weary if she was going to get called with the travel.
Could have gone several directions there, Nate. They did call the foul, fortunately, but if not for that, she would have traveled and then double dribbled.
Left-handed shot up from Nesbitt, doesn't go. Zabel in there trying to see if she can turn that back over. Across the midcourt. Left side, take it on her own. C misses it, rebound to Brandt.
Too easy. Too easy. You got a stop ball there, Jayhawks.
And that is the lead for Gladbrook. Bose cross court. Find Jaden. And a whistle was blown, and a little extra
travel.
step.
Yeah, those cross-court passes scare me a little bit. It's a common thing to see in the game today, but a lot of opportunity for things to go awry.
Jesup. That zone press, ball out of bounds. Both teams will get some practice in tomorrow, some shooting, some recap of tonight. I say both teams, meaning boys and girls. And then it's Dead Week beginning on Sunday, I think officially through Thursday of next week or Friday. 4:31. Do see Shizzle in the game.
Shizzle, a sophomore for the Jayhawks, getting a lot of playing time this year, and she's one of a couple girls you see at the varsity level. Dylan Vogel, another, who they're playing considerable minutes in the JB game as well. One because Dylan, she's just a freshman. Marley Shizzle, she's a sophomore, but also need their help at that level, I think.
And we'll see Peyton Weber most
Weber's
likely come off the
one,
bench here. I would think here relatively soon, if not second quarter. Basket does fall for GR. As give credit for some bench points for Larson. Under 4 minutes.
GR playing a man-to-man defense, doing a nice job of keeping the Jayhawks at bay after a couple of early points.
Peyton Weber with a miss, pulled down by Brandt. Both teams still with 5 timeouts. Corner shot, up, and that one goes in.
Schneider, no, I stand corrected.
That was Reify, I think, came off the bench as well.
Reify, she snuck into the game on me. Olivia Reify, a junior, number 1 for the Rebels.
Down low, we're going to see jump possession that will keep it towards Jesup. Weber making her way in. And Weber just a sophomore.
As predicted. Man, you got a crystal ball over there or something?
Yeah, I'd take the Hoosiers in the spread tonight if you want to go ahead and do that.
Along with Peyton, there we've got Dylan Vogel, the freshman point guard who quickly drops 2 for the Jayhawks. And I'm pretty high on Dylan Vogel. She's a kid that's really impressed me this year. She came in with a little bit of hype. She was a heck of a ball player at the junior high level, and she just gets after it and really has that look of a point guard, in my opinion. She's always got her head up, looking up the floor. But beyond that, she's aggressive, man. She gets on the ground. If there's a loose ball, she's right after it.
Yeah, she's a vocal player. We're going to see. I said to the coaches, it'll be interesting how she develops as a player in her next 3 years. And will she necessarily get the accolades for high scoring? I don't think that's not the kind of player I think she's going to end up being. She's going to be more multifaceted, I think.
Yep, she does a good job, looks to distribute. In fact, both of our point guards, I'd say the same about Peyton Youngblood. Both very conscious of their role as a point guard. You know, set up your offense, look to distribute, and then if the shot's there, take it. If the lane is open, drive it.
Well, especially you look back, both Treptows and Laney. Not saying they were the only show on the floor, but when you look at Vogel, as she's coming up, she's going to have quite a team around her, I think, that could really see some things happen for Coach Conrad and his teams.
Yep. Agreed.
Vogel right side. Shizzle looking for an opening. Now Nesbitt into the paint, tries to force it, draws the foul.
Nice strong move by Nesbitt, one of our senior leaders. You know, we talk a lot about these younger gals because a lot of us are seeing them for the first time. They haven't got the airtime as much as some of the older ones. Olivia, for example, we've been calling her name for 3 years, and now we're into the 4th. But couldn't do it without that senior leadership. Those gals have put in a ton of hours developing their game.
2:02 first quarter, 12-7. Jesup missed that front end, but Weber, quick dish off to Vogel. She had an opportunity, but there is Emma Bowes, wide open left side.
Nice job reversing that basketball quickly, got the defense off balance, and led to a wide open shot underneath.
Emma Bowes averaging 7 points a game, 4 rebounds, 2.5 assists, 2.6 to be more precise.
Forcing the turnover, and I believe Mathern just checked into the game.
A little push off there from Vogel, if you saw that.
I didn't see it.
Little elbow nudge forward to open some things up. Takes it on her own, a little far out for that shot. Pushing 90 seconds.
GR quickly inside, outside. Ooh, boy, that was close to out of bounds there. GR out of sorts, just really doing a nice job with that 2-3 zone. And of course, the 2-3 zone, the only way you're going to pull a team out of that is if you can consistently hit the three-point shot, which the Rebels have hit one, but that's it. Nice job by Emma Bowes looking ahead. Nice feed to Shizzle. Shizzle can't get the roll on the layup, but she's going to go and shoot a pair.
.102 to go, first quarter, Shizzle.
Emma Bowes, I hope she rewatches this game. She just did a random pirouette, I think they call it. Is that the ballet turn? Yeah, just a random spin.
You have to ask Clark. He's more into that
She's
stuff.
a funny kid.
12-10. Shizzle right through it. Within one. Make some exchanges.
Thiesing, the junior number 10 for the Rebels into the game. Jesup still full court press. Rebels get it across half court line.
Extend that lead a little bit. Straight up inside.
That's how you break the full court press, that's for sure.
40 seconds.
Move it, swing it.
Zabel caught in that corner. Looking for somebody up top. And a little extra. And those are things as a freshman, and we've seen that. Freshmen, sophomores, you know.
You're trying to move too quickly.
You've got a little more pressure with the varsity level game than maybe you had in JV or what you've been used to at the lower levels, or even in some club situations, I would think.
Yep, so that'll bring Jaden Bowes back into the game.
20 seconds. Knocked away. Shizzle had her hand on that. Shot clock off. 10 seconds. And GR, they will get the almost last attempt unless Shizzle can turn things around.
Shoot it.
And now Zabel does not get it off in time. And Jesup trails 14-11.
Jesup, nice job with the defense in the period there. Ensure that the Rebels don't put any more points on the board and extend that lead, that three-point lead that they currently have. Really like the play of Marley Shizzle so far in this first quarter. On the defensive end in particular, she's another young player that really gets after it, forces turnovers, and really just makes life difficult for whoever she's guarding.
Leading score right now, Nesbitt has 3 points for Jesup. 5 for Ruffy coming off the bench for Gladbrook-Reinbeck. Leading scorer for GR is Kennedy Brandt, the junior. 18.6 points on average so far this season per game. 10.8 for Cy, Schneider 8.4, Brandon there with 11.8 rebounds. They've got wins this year against Columbus, Sumner Fred. As we mentioned, lost to Gladbrook-Reinbeck, their only loss. Beat AGWSR, North Tama, and South Hardin earlier here in the week. They will take the break after this, and they'll come back to start the year at home with Wapsie and Hudson. Second quarter
underway. Start of the old bowl championship series tonight, Nate. The new format, 12-team format.
What do you think? What are you thinking about that?
What do I think about the formats? I'm fairly indifferent on college football these days as a whole, just with the porthole and all of that. I think it's kind of, at least for me, it's taken my level of fandom down considerably, but I do like a few more teams in the championship. I like seeing a team like Indiana get in there. And, I mean, your Cyclones, they were just a few points away from getting in themselves. So that would have been fun to see. If I was going to make a prediction, I know you called Indiana. I'm going to go the other way. I'm predicting Notre Dame.
Okay. All right.
I'm hoping for Indiana, but I'm predicting Notre Dame.
Well, be see how it all evolves. Yeah, as we go out through the night, there's a couple of fundraisers going on. Jesup Elementary raising money for the new early childhood playgrounds, and then also the baseball, softball complex out there. We'll talk more about there as the night goes on. Down floor, Jade Bowes tries a shot, gets that knocked away.
Yeah, GR's size, they're not tremendously large, but they do have some height. Brandt in particular at 6 foot. She's tough. She's kind of a swap blocking machine, and she's coordinated with those hands.
Pushing Emma Bowes, double team, forces up off the board, no good. Rebound pulled in there from Brandt.
Speaking of slot blocking, I saw that coming from a mile away, and I'm like, this is not going to go in the hoop.
She was calculated enough, Nesbitt was, to just slap the ball.
And in fairness to Schneider, that's a bit of a mismatch. Schneider standing 5'7", Olivia standing, she's right about 6 foot, I believe. That's going to be a foul on Nesbitt, a little bit of a push-off.
It's something we really haven't seen too many fouls so far this first half.
Again, the foul situation, I think everybody probably understands it by this point, a year and a half in, but fouls do turn over after every period. Once a team reaches 5, then the other team shoots 2 free throws at each subsequent foul.
Yeah, no more 1-and-1, yeah. I was sitting in the stands down at Union on Tuesday, and somebody mentioned, so they reset the fouls? We're like, yep.
Yeah.
Yep, they do. And I said,
did you say it's also it's 2024 and we're going to be heading into 25?
And I said, you must not listen to the J-Hawks Sports Network.
I shouldn't.
I think then they said, well, I watch. I don't necessarily listen. which I think there's a special Facebook group page for that.
Marley Shizzle back into the game, and I can't hardly blame him for watching and not listening. I think I'd turn the volume down on us too.
Do you feel honored if there was a private Facebook group that just talked about how bad they don't want to listen to us instead of watch?
I mean,
are you the admin for it? Oh, Anthony's the admin for it. Okay.
It's got more followers than this live feed.
I think so. They're like, I wish we could just watch the huddle camera. Shoe squeaking's better.
Nice job, Shizzle, once again right there in the passing lane, intercepts the ball quickly back the other way.
Nesbitt cross near side. Jaden sees an opportunity, decides against it, and they'll work around that arch and lean in, but nice recovery for Nesbitt. Shots missed. Zabel up, off the board, no good. Rebound to GR.
Zabel's got to keep that ball up in the air. She wants to bring it down to where all the littler folks can get at it. Just keep it up, put it right back up there. That's a hard skill to learn, though, because you want to reset your body and your momentum, and so you can get that ball back up there. But if you leave it up there, you got a much greater chance of not having it blocked.
Head coach Amber Gehringer wants a timeout for GR, assisted by Tyler Morgan and Justina Brandt. Jordan Conrad, a head coach for Jesup. Tim Zabel, Jason Pilcher, Roger Oberhauser on the sideline. So not, what do I got, a month here? And then Roger's making his debut on the Jayhawk Sports Network. Is that what's happening? Anthony, are you aware of this?
Roger, yeah.
Yeah, Luke's brokering off his spots. Don't tell the producer that.
Yeah, we should probably mention that. Roger Oberhauser, longtime, I guess off and on coach of the Jayhawks. Of course, he was the head girls coach for a time here back in the day. And was he the head or was he assistant? It doesn't matter. He's coached off and on at Jesup for a long time. He is a volunteer coach on Coach Conrad's team right now, but he's going to come up and take the headset from me for a couple games this season. One will be the AP boys game, and the other Sumner Fred.
Do you want to talk about why you won't be here for the boys game?
No.
Do you want to go deep dive into that?
No.
Dateline style?
No.
Okay. Shot outside. Mathern makes it. Just a 2-point shot there. 19-14 is the game right now with advantage on the Rebels. One arm pass forced over to Zabel. Back to GR's way, and we'll see more disruption.
Sell that, Youngblood. You were there for the charge.
Shaden Bowes left to slow things down. There's Nesbitt outside.
Get in there.
Goes in! And she'll try the and one.
That's a big shot. That's a timely shot. Has the potential to draw this to within 2 with 4.5 to go in the second, as we see break free, and I missed who else. I believe maybe that was Larson back into the game for the Rebels. And it looks like Weber and is that Emma Bowes for the Jayhawks, Nate?
Yes. 19-17. GR slowed it down just a smidge. We're going to take it outside shot from C. Misses. And ooh, touch and go there. Looked like Drips had maybe come down hard on that rebound.
Get in there.
Peyton Youngblood, boom, set up straight on. Gets that 3-point basket.
I'd like to see that. That's a kid I would love to see shoot more often. She's got a smile on her face after that. Step up and knock that down again, Peyton.
3:45 to go first half. Halftime, we'll talk to head coach Joe Smines.
Give her a charge there.
For the boys and get a sense of where they've been, where they're going this season. Jesup on that three-pointer.
Cross court.
Got the lead.
Oh, man, pull that up, Peyton.
Pulls back on that. And now Shizzle. Whoever was the intended.
Yeah, you might be able to throw that. You might be able to throw that lob, but you can't just throw it right into the defense like that.
Drips misses. Shizzle gets the board.
I really like how Shizzle, man, she pulls that board down and she's off to the races with it. And, you know, we talk about point guards, and that's, I haven't really included her in that conversation, but truly, she's a really good ball handler and probably could, she probably will compete for some of that time.
Larson unable to get that pass. We're going to see some
back into the
defensive
game.
changes for GR. Youngblood will come out.
Vogel in.
She's at point, checks over to Coach Conrad, crosses midcourt.
I love how, when she crosses over right to left, left to right, she's going through her legs, going behind her back. She's not putting that ball in a position to get it stripped, although she does turn it over there with the double dribble. But that'll happen.
GR with that inbound. Sai. Going to see a foul against Emma Bowes. And some frustration from Brandt.
Yeah, Brandt's got to be careful on that. Slapping the floor is a big no-no, and if you get the right official, even if you weren't committing the initial foul, they'll just decide to tee you up or something like that. Nice job by Emma Bowes. Look.
Finds Vogel, but sneak up right side, down low. Brandt waits for it, but takes an extra step. Had the opportunity.
I don't know what Brandt's. I think Brandt's calling for a towel, maybe. She was kind of pleading with our bench, and I thought, they're not calling this game, but I think she was asking for a towel.
That seemed more appropriate.
And that would also explain why she ended up so low on that. I thought she was throwing a fake from her knees, but I think she actually slid a little bit.
Emma Bowes gets knocked in the face as she stopped short, ends up losing the ball.
That's a nose shot. That'll make your eyes water.
And she's fighting it back right now. GR takes an outside shot, misses that ball. Emma fighting back. Vogel in and out of that arch. Comes baseline on her own.
That was a great move.
Had the opportunity.
Truly don't care if she makes that right now. She's a freshman. That shot's going to fall for her. That was a great move.
Well, I'm amazed how that pathway opened up for her on that baseline.
And she saw it and took it. That's confidence right there.
66 seconds remain. Freshman again bringing the ball up the floor, behind the back. Ball gets chased a little bit, and we're looking at a jump possession that will remain with Jesup.
Nesbitt and Youngblood back into the game. That's going to send Emma Bowes and Peyton Weber to the sideline.
Vogel on the inbound.
Help her out.
Youngblood finds a way to get the ball. Across midcourt under a minute. Shizzle. Wasn't looking for the shot, looking for the pass. Shot clock on 11. Zabel look to go right baseline, and she's going to get fouled.
I was curious what they were going to call there. I thought he was going to call travel for a second, and I was like, ugh, I don't think her feet moved. Jaden Bowes. Whoa.
Jinx.
Goocher. Isn't that what you say?
Is it Jinx or Goocher?
Jinx.
Or
Jinx.
Jinx. Find me a Coke.
Oh, nice
dish off. Jaden into Zabel. Front of the rim, no good. Jesup looking to maintain a 1-point lead going into the locker room.
Coach Joe Smines waiting in the wing. I'm going to hand my headset over to him shortly so that Nate and he can converse about the upcoming boys game.
Jaden Bowes opening. It's two-pointer. A little rough inside. Shizzle couldn't find her way to the basket. 15 seconds.
Probably not the greatest decision by Jaden. 20 seconds on the clock. Wouldn't mind holding that. You got the 1-point lead. Hold it for a good shot. Now you can shoot it.
Ball gets knocked. Shizzle has it. Turn and jump. Oh, back of the iron.
Very close. Very close.
Doesn't go. Halftime score 20 20-19 with Gladbrook-Reinbeck on the locker room down by 1. We'll bring in boys basketball head coach Joe Smines, and it's been a minute, Joe, since we've been home.
A couple weeks, I
believe,
right?
I got to go back through here and see the last time Denver.
Denver, yep.
Back on December the 6th, and 3 road games here tonight, and you get a chance to do. It's listed on here as a game, but that's a scrimmage with Benton on the calendar, right?
Correct. Oh, yep.
But I guess talk about this point in the season for where you're at, coming in at 2-3, and 0-3 in conference play, unfortunately.
Yeah, we last time we were here, we played a Denver team that is having a really good year so far. Kind of a back and forth game, led at half, and ended up losing by 8. Went to Owine the following Tuesday and picked up kind of an ugly win, but every win's good, and I think we've played much better since then. But like I told the guys, the last 2 games, we've played better each game than the game before, and just unfortunately have lost. Sumner Fred played a really good game against us, and then Union, we got down in the first quarter, then really played pretty well the last 3 quarters, and made a charge at them, had the ball down 4, and they're a team that's going to win, 15, 16, 17 ball games. So I think we've gotten better. I think you've seen Parker Masteller start to play much better and get more comfortable as a sophomore. Landon Vogel had his best half of basketball this year versus Union, and hopefully we're healthy. We've got a little bit of the crud going around right now, and Ryan played sick on Tuesday night. If he's healthy, I think maybe we win that game. But we've gotten a little bit better, but we have a tough chore tonight against a really good basketball team.
Yeah, some of the games that it's been hard to fight back against. You had teams that they were struggling to miss the ball.
Yeah,
and that was happening with Sumner, happened with Union.
Yeah, it was. In those 2 games were very interesting. Watching the Summer team, I knew it'd be difficult, and they came out and played very well offensively, better than I've seen them play before, and even after that. It was one of those nights, and we just couldn't quite get over the hump. And then Union, really slow start, and then Union didn't shoot the ball well all in the second half, and I thought our defense was really good in the zone, and we rebounded the ball well and gave ourselves a chance. And we got to keep getting better. Got to keep finding more guys to help us out a little bit. We're still searching a little bit for. Every night we seem to get maybe 2 guys going, 2.5 guys going. In order to win in this league, you got to have all 5 going and some of your bench guys. And we're still trying to work through that a little bit. And guys are learning how to play at this level. And unfortunately, in our league, every night is tough. And then that's tonight. And when we come back from break, it doesn't get any easier. So.
Yeah, when you brought up Parker Masteller, and he got some floor time last year as a freshman, and you've seen some of these guys go through, and what are you talking? What are you and your coaches talking to him? He's still he's played a lot of basketball already in his life, but this is a little bit different when you're on the floor at the varsity level and the competition we've got on the schedule. How do you try to keep him where he needs to be and not lose track or get frustrated?
Yeah, it's that's always a tricky thing when you play a young kid. I love to have kids be on the varsity but maybe not play for a year. Sit on the bench, be a part of a program, be part of a winning team, but not have to play. I was kind of Parker last year. He played JV, played some fresh soft, sat on the bench for varsity, got in a little bit here and there in some when the games were in doubt already, and I think that's important to him. I think he learned a lot by doing that. I think kids learn a lot by watching sometimes when they don't have to play in this level of game. Then they get out there and it's the first time you played against a very good experienced league. And we talk to him a lot about just being aggressive, being physical, don't worry about making mistakes. You're going to make some in the flow of a basketball game. And I thought he had his best practice of the year yesterday. He looked like an upperclassman in terms of how he practiced, how he rebounded the ball in practice, his physicality. That's something he's not maybe necessarily used to, playing against guys that are bigger and stronger than him. He played against a really good player Tuesday night, and I thought he did a nice job. So you just got to stay positive with young kids. It's going to be the roller coaster up and down. And even our best guys, our best players ever to come through had moments of highs and lows during their sophomore year. And he's on the right path, and you just got to keep with it.
Yeah, I look at your schedule early on. When you look at North Fayette Valley, Hudson, Denver, Sumner Fred, Union, GR tonight especially, there was football success there.
100%.
A lot of those guys are also on the floor.
Yeah, in North Fayette Valley, they're good in football. They're big and physical. They have a 6'6" guys going to Upper Iowa. Going to play with Jack next year. And every one of those teams had a guy inside that was physical, big, and strong and could play. Even Owine, Connell Salder is one of the best players in our league. And Union had one, and you'll see 2 tonight. So Parker has his hands full, but I've always been a believer in Parker Masteller. He's a good athlete for us, and I love the path he's on right now, and hopefully we can keep improving. That's the key. I told the guys Tuesday night after Union that we're on the right path, getting better, but now it's time to start making those little things and big jumps and hopefully find a way to win a basketball game.
So looking tonight, you talked briefly about Gladbrook-Reinbeck, but them coming in 4-1, only loss in the year was to Grundy Center, and another championship football team right there. Preparing for these guys, what do you again dive deeper into what you expect to see from GR?
Well, it starts with they've run the same system now probably for Scott Cabrera was their coach for 15, 16 years. He's no longer there. He took the head job at Benton Community. One of his former players who's been on staff is now the head coach. So you watch them play. It's the same team we played over many years. Same system when we played them in the state tournament in 15, 16. Exactly the same thing. So they kind of run I'm going to call it an old school offense. Straight pattern, same pattern every time. They get into it some different ways. You don't see a ton of three-pointer shot, ton of ball screens, ton of the 5-out stuff. They're the inverse of that. They're going to play 2 post players, sometimes 3. Going to be walking up the floor, set a lot of screens for each other, and then they play a little bit of man, a little bit of 2-3. So it's kind of an old school, traditional type style of basketball, and we want to play the opposite of that. So contrasting styles, but they're a very, very good basketball team. You can tell they've run that system since they've been growing up since 3rd grade. So we'll have our hands full tonight. The Michael Boyd's a really good player, good shooter from 3, goes inside, grid passer. The Eithers kid's a man. Can tell he's a good football player. Then the Mathern triplets, or not triplets, but brothers are really solid players too. So you could tell they know how to win and what their system is and how to play. And we'll have our hands full tonight trying to match that.
So when you look at, I guess, preparing and you talk deeper into what you can see, and it's different to scout teams now, especially I would say in the last year to 2, the way what Huddle has done and technology has done, and you can pull up any game of anything. I guess talk about that in your tenure as coach, how that's evolved.
I remember when I started coaching girls 13, 14, 15 years ago, you were going out to games, sending people out to film for you. It wasn't as much film study. It was more in-person type things when you could. Now I can watch GRs every game. I watch every game between Tuesday and Wednesday in about 3 hours. I can watch it. So you kind of know what you're getting now. I've been in the league long enough to know the things they're going to do. And we have another system we use. I keep track of everything anybody's ever run against us. So it's pretty easy in that regard, to be prepared to see what you're going to get. But then it comes down to teaching the kids how you're going to stop it or potentially stop it, and getting them ready to play. That's what it comes down to. Kids win games on the floor with their effort, and basketball still comes down to making all the little things happen. Loose balls, rebounding, taking care of the ball, and then playing good complementary basketball between your offense and defense. So scouting does matter, but it ultimately comes down to what happens on the floor.
You review film with the guys a couple times a week. I guess that's about a half hour or so I think you spend. But talk through what you're doing in there to help them.
Sure. I started a scout. I'm usually a couple of days ahead of when we play somebody. So I started the GR scout over the last weekend, and I put clips on our scout sheet with what we're going to watch, so kids can watch it on their own too. And we go through all the sets that the team is running, or what their offense is, depending what it is, and what defenses they may run, and special situations that occur in games. Some teams, may throw a press on after a free throw. We'll watch that. We watch GRs on all their sets they run, how they get into them. And then more specifically, we played a lot of zone this year, so what things they run against zone defense, so we can practice against it, in a 3-on-3 setting, in a 5-on-5 setting, then we can watch it on film. So, and give them a scouting report. So we're trying to hit multiple ways. Kids learn different ways. I know when I played, I learned different ways, so we try to hit all those things so kids have a good feel for what's going on, and then hopefully adjust on the floor when it does happen.
Talk quickly about get some time off. There's going to be a dead period in there where you can't get in, and you'll come back and go back to your traditional scrimmage down to Benton Community.
Yeah, we 5 days off starting on Sunday. Get a little shooting workout in tomorrow, and then we'll be done Sunday through Thursday, which I always love the 5 days off. I think it's important for a lot of reasons, and we'll kick it back up on Friday and Saturday. Going back the following Monday, and then we'll go on to Benton Community for a JV varsity scrimmage with us, Benton and Anamosa. So that's always good to go down there and play somebody else. And we got another week basically until we have to play South Hardin. So the break's a little weird this year with 2 days on, 1 day off, 2 days on, 1 day off, 2 days on, 1 day off. Kind of odd, but we'll work through it, and it's always a good time to try to get better and trying to get some new things put in or adjusted or fixed or taken out too. So looking forward to it. Hopefully have a good game tonight and end with a win for us.
Well, good luck tonight. Try not to hit anybody in the head with a basketball.
I won't know. I only do that to one person. No, I'm kidding. Thanks, guys. Happy Merry Christmas.
Head coach Joe Smines as he joins us, as he usually does, here on our halftime show on the Jayhawks Sports Network. Welcome back to the Jayhawks Sports Network from Heartland Technology as we are back underway here in the second half. Come in the locker room, Jesup again maintaining that lead. And Luke Baldwin.
I'm here.
Back from his contracted time away at halftime.
Sitting in the corner like I'm in trouble. Damn.
So I stand corrected. Nick Donnelly, which is probably on vacation somewhere, has joined us on Facebook. Nick, I said 2-1, or did I say 0-3? He says we're not 0-3, we're 2-1, and that is actually that is on the girls' side. The boys' side of things, it's not updated right on Huddle. So I pulled the wrong burgundy and just read what I saw.
It happens.
So appreciate that.
Not nearly.
I don't get enough hard times from Nick, so it's good that it's publicly on Facebook.
Yeah, I'm surprised he caught it at his age. He's really getting up there. I wouldn't have expected him to catch something like that.
Well, yeah, I would expected to see him up here tonight, but parking probably wasn't close enough for him. Wasn't an open spot. So maybe sometime he'll join us.
Nick Donnelly, of course, long-time coach of the Jayhawks, been both assistant and head over the years.
Kind of stepping away. He'd been on the bench with Joe here last many years and stepping back a little bit.
This is how old Nick is. He was coaching when I was in high school.
He probably had gray hair then.
I don't think he did. He was a young man
Let's say he did. Let's say he did. For purposes of this story. Off the board, GR out of the gates on this one.
2-point lead. GR kind of in that, I wouldn't even call it a full court press, just a loose full court man-to-man.
Zabel. Jesup's kind of slowed down their offense here coming out of the break. Trying to get up the middle. Zabel looked at an outside shot, forces it in, and an extra step will turn it over.
Yeah, that's one of those where I don't mind the aggressiveness, but you got to know, you got to kind of take what the defense is giving you there, and they were not giving you that shot. So I guess know when to kick that out.
I was surprised you didn't show up with your ugly sweater on tonight. It's almost a tradition, I thought.
It didn't even cross my mind, and now I'm disappointed that I didn't. That's a great-looking sweater that I got.
Yeah.
There we go. Jaden Bowes filling it up from the outside. Did they call that a 3?
They did give her a 3 on that.
And that puts the Jayhawks on top by 1.
It's a little back and forth. Luke, this very well could be a Donnybrook. If you want to get into that.
Yeah, see, I'm confused on the Donnybrook. I thought a Donnybrook was kind of a all-out fight, They're on the ground, wrestling around, scrapping a little bit, maybe throwing a punch or two.
I think it's more figurative.
Okay.
Kind of how Nick Donnelly's going to show up your house. It's going to be a real Donnybrook.
He knows I'm just playing.
Missed on that free throw. 5 minutes to play. Third quarter. Third quarter. Nesbitt. Back to Emma. She was determined to go to that lane, and she draws it.
Got one on the arm coming through there. Peyton Youngblood set to inbounds for the Jayhawks. Looking for something inside, going to go up the top.
Telegraph that out, taken away by Mattern, and she will get that through the hoop. That's her 4th point.
You said it there, Nate. I mean, she really did telegraph that, and that's something the Jayhawks have struggled with this season is just not looking the defender off or, give a little pump fake one way, go the other. Too often we're looking right at where we're going to throw it, and that's just easy pickings for the defense. Knock that down, Emma.
Peyton saves that from going out of bounds, and Zabel had a potential of taking that away, but give credit to Brandt. She's been aggressive down low. 4:13 to play, 3rd quarter. And high up right side. That didn't quite go, I believe. Now a GR player wanted to see that roll with Cy.
Peyton Weber, Marley Shizzle.
Emma Bowes, baseline, draws a foul.
Peyton Weber, Marley Shizzle, they'll check in after this first free throw. As for the Jayhawks, as will Olivia Riffey. I have no idea if I'm saying that name right. Feels like maybe it should be Riffey, as well as Kaylee Larson checking in for the Rebels.
Emma Bowes, first free throw in.
Zabel and Jaden Bowes out for the Jayhawks. Schneider and Mathern take a seat for the Rebels.
6 points for Emma Bowes. She's been averaging 7 this season. Shizzle looking for a pass out, but GR takes it away. And Larson, she can't progress the offense either. And a whistle is blown.
Shot clock failure. I think that's what they're looking at. The shot clock was not running, so maybe just not started, or we'll find out soon enough.
Okay, they're saying inbound near
side. The side, yeah. And that's another rule change. Oh, I think maybe last year was the first year of the new inbounds rule too. There's only a couple spots that they inbound the ball from. It used to be it was like closest to where it went out. Now it's they inbound from this spot on this side and the far side, and then there's 2 spots underneath the hoop on either, or one on either side. So. And where it is inbounds still depends on where it went out, but or where the foul occurred or that sort of thing.
Brandt, easy layup, baseline. 3 minutes approaching. Not just a basketball game, ladies and gentlemen. It's an education lesson here with Professor Baldwin.
And word to the wise, please always fact check.
Yeah, there will be somebody who is. Always somebody who is. Start gaslighting you.
Emma Bowes.
Left side, Larson couldn't hang on to it.
Emma did a full-on Pete Rose on the far side there. Nick Donnelly got gray while he was coaching Luke. I don't believe that because Luke was on the bench most of the time.
He was just stressed that he just wanted to get you in the game so bad.
It's possible he got gray listening to me run my stupid face on the bench, just like I'm still doing here today.
Peyton Youngblood, high up.
Oh, nice pass. I don't know how that got through there. Come on, get back, Emma.
If you notice, the girls wearing green ribbons. I'm going to guess I understand what that is for. We'll talk about that here after a while. Ball goes out of bounds.
A little chatter by the Rebels. Yeah, it's probably a good time to.
Yeah, we'll get between 3rd and 4th quarter. We'll talk.
Fair enough.
Significance of the green ribbons that the girls have in their hair tonight. 2:05 to go, third quarter. Jesup trailing by 2. This has been a low-scoring quarter. Peyton Youngblood leads that dribble. Find an opening with Shizzle, and that just came out of her reach.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a messy affair here in the third quarter. Both teams working hard, but not a ton to show for that effort.
Brandt is kind of posted up on that free throw line.
Good job, Peyton Youngblood.
Yeah, good heads-up play. Now the Bows will inbound. We'll see Vogel come in exchange for Peyton Youngblood.
That's an effort play there. Coach will always appreciate that.
Vogel takes advantage of that pick from Nesbitt. Left-handed from Bose. Whistle in the paint. That's going to count against Drips.
They actually got, looks like they got Larson on that foul.
Jaden Bose and Zabel in for Jesup, along with Weber, Vogel, Shizzle.
So nobody in real serious foul trouble for either team here. Jaden Bose does have 3, which is, of the 2 Bose girls, I would have not expected Jaden to have 3. And that's certainly not a knock on Emma. She just goes 100 miles an hour 100% of the time and often ends up in a little bit of foul trouble.
Zabel had the right idea, trying to get that to Weber, but GR there to take it. Out of bounds, Jesup will have possession. And this is the first time I think either team has been in a bonus. Otherwise, it's been relatively low fouling.
Yeah, that was Zabel. It wasn't just not too many plays ago. I suggested maybe she shouldn't have taken a shot. She did, but that was one where I kind of wish she would have just went up with it. She was being really unselfish, trying to get it to her teammate, but I think she could have gone right up with it. If she watches this, she's going to say, well, what am I supposed to do? You criticize me if I do this. You criticize me if I do that. I'm not criticizing anybody.
You're just helping her get
talking.
You're just helping her get a thicker skin.
Easy to do what we do, Nate, right? We just got to talk about it. We don't have to play it.
See, we have to be somewhat...
Kennedy Brandt, love her play tonight, but she has really got to be careful down there. Getting just a little bit vocal. .2 seconds. Peyton Youngblood. Right side. Find Nesbitt. She wants to lean into Zabel. Missed on the dribble, but Jaden Bose there with it. Nice shot by Jaden. What a game. Get a stop here, Jayhawks.
30-29, could go up by 1 and 2 this quarter. Oh, out of bounds. Oh, gets saved by GR. Looked like it was not going to happen, but a nice block there. Zabel looking to find somebody down forward with the dribble. Peyton Youngblood setting up that offense. Shizzle comes baseline, double teamed. Gets the shot up, no good. GR has a chance for a last-second shot, and they will wait too long.
Yeah, got it off, just didn't get it in.
Down 20-19 at half, what GR was, and Jesup leads by 1 here at the end of the third quarter.
Trading points. Good game. This is a, if you didn't have a dog in the fight, this is the kind of game you want to watch. I mean, this is the kind of game I want to watch anyway. I just, of course, want the Jayhawks to come out triumphant at the end of it all.
So, leading scorer right now for the Jayhawks, 6 points for Nesbitt. but also have 6 on that board for Jaden Bowes. And Luke, that's a player that she's kind of snuck in there tonight.
Who's that? I'm sorry.
Jaden Bowes.
Yeah, she's. What did you say? She's got
6 tonight.
6.
Kind of spreading the wealth.
Yep. She. Yeah, there's nights where she's come out different times throughout history and been a big deal for us. You know, she can drop points in bunches, especially from the 3-point line. And she's had some open looks tonight. If she gets some more, I wouldn't hate seeing her knock a few more down.
Final quarter, here we go. Jayhawks 4-2 on the season. Gladbrook-Reinbeck 5-1. Jaden misses that outside shot.
That one off the mark, but she's doing what we just said.
Bring that left side with Cy. Here comes Brandt. Straight underneath. Quick action offense. Jumper for Drips. Count it in.
Nice little shot by Drips. Oh, boy, that is a dangerous place to stop with the ball right on the half-court line.
Nice lead in.
There you go.
Nesbitt. Good assist.
Yeah, right on, Nate. Good feed by Zabel.
That's sometimes more than half the battle is getting that ball to the right place. Drips sees that block by Zabel. No touch on that.
Good
from
feed.
Zabel, she gets bumped on the shot.
Yeah,
Doesn't go. Thought we hear a whistle. Takeaway by Zabel. Wide open Youngblood. Zabel will take it. Rims out. 6:30.
Careful.
Left-hander wide open in that paint. Brandt draws the foul.
Brandt's pretty handy. She brought that ball all the way up the court. Try to knock down a pair here for the Rebels.
Averages almost 19 points a game.
Gets the friendly roll on the first.
Almost 12 rebounds per game, along with 2 assists. Through the iron.
And I do like her fire. She kind of wears it on her sleeve, so to speak. I think if I was her coach, I would maybe say, you know, choose your battles, pick the right time. Because, you know, for example, when she slapped the floor, she chirped a few other times. I was like, ooh, refs will only watch that for so long before they remind you who's in charge.
Youngblood not able to get that shot to roll back for GR. They do have that 1-point advantage. Just, again, into this final stanza. Bust in there, whistle blown, Mathern. GR will have it. Second team foul for Jesup. That's the first one for Jaden Bowes.
I don't know what I was looking at earlier, Nate. I thought I saw Jaden with 3, but clearly I had that wrong.
Well, I didn't know where you were going with that comment.
I sometimes don't know myself.
I don't know if you were watching a TikTok or
you know I'm not on TikTok.
Or a
Snap.
Or a snapper.
That's the only thing I'd be watching.
Baseline.
Oh,
wow. Nesbitt looked like it was all ball.
That was all ball.
They're going to ding her.
That was a nice block. And I think that was one where the ref had the whistle in his mouth and he was going to call it whether he saw it or not. Short on the first for Mather.
Back of the rim. GR looking to take it away. Peyton saves it almost for Jesup. But a foul will slow it down.
Cy back into the game for GR.
Up top, Schneider. Actually, that's Thessing. Missed shot, Shizzle pulls it down and kind of backs into a foul.
Yeah, fouled from behind. I think Mathern wasn't certainly nothing intentional. It was almost a catch. Marley went up pretty high for that rebound.
But not a good position right now for Jesup as GR is in the bonus.
Good job by Youngblood getting that ball up the court.
Good control on the dribble.
Good feed.
Yeah, drew up the defense. Gave a chance for Zabel to get open.
Love that high-low action.
Take Zabel. Thought she had 6. If anything, Jesup's been able to disrupt a number of touches and passes.
Bose with the foul, Emma Bose.
Good crowd on hand tonight. Both sides, GR bringing some people up.
It appears
Jesup students and families in-house. Got some of the younger kids out there tonight, middle school kids. Free throw in.
With the first.
Rifey. Banks that one as well.
So just back and forth here on a cool evening in Jesup.
Shizzle get the ball. Hard pass to Nesbitt. Got Vogel in the game. Trying to have some heads-up play. Weber, dish off. Peyton draws that foul. Second team foul at GR this quarter. And timeout on the floor. We have not had a lot of timeouts called this game. This might only be that second one. We didn't quite bring it up, and so there's green ribbons that are in the hair of our players, and we want to give, I guess, our condolences to the Havlicek family. Reed went on to his next chapter, I guess, and it's been great to I know he was one of our biggest fans and followers when we got things going here about 10 years ago. They were always home. We'd always see pictures of Reed watching us on TV and cheering on the Jayhawks. And no matter what you saw when you saw that kid, Luke, I'm sure you're the same way. You couldn't help but smile.
Yeah, absolutely. He brought a lot of joy to a lot of people in this community. And certainly was one of Jesup's biggest fans, as you said, no matter the sport. And so our thoughts and prayers are certainly with the Havlick family tonight, not just the family, but the entire community, because Reed he had an effect on pretty much, if you live in the Jesup community, you have a Reed experience. So,
well, and you can give a lot of credit to the reason for that splash pad really being built here in Jesup over the west side of town. It was so Reed could take part of that in his wheelchair and be a part of that. And his mom was key in helping make sure that happened, Erica. So Great to think of him tonight with the green ribbons in the hair for the girls team.
I'm sure he's cheering these gals on just like he always did.
Deep shot off the rim, no good. GR will follow up, and Brandt take her to 11 total. Top, Youngblood down the lane. Weber double teamed, and double dribble in there, gets caught.
She was pretty deep. I don't know that. That's probably not you probably don't want to feed her the ball when she's already that deep underneath the hoop. Kind of a tough place to be, no man's land, I usually call it.
Rifey had that ball in the corner, 3:38 to go in this game. Still
straight up
anybody's ball game, and push up from Brandt, draws that foul. Nesbitt will receive her, is that going to be her third? Fourth, actually.
Fourth foul. So she's got to be careful. She's one we need her length down there, especially with Brandt in the game. And Nesbitt will come out of the game as we see Zabel come in to replace her. But I was thinking to myself before this foul, I was like, man, Brandt is doing a nice job of posting up. I don't know why they don't get it to her more often. And then, of course, they throw it to her, and she draws the foul.
Shizzle coming up, blocks that ball away. Takes it on her own, looks down court, finds Peyton Youngblood, draws a foul. Shot isn't able to go, but will go to the free throw line.
Way to go up strong with the Peyton Youngblood. Let's knock these free throws down.
And GR wants a timeout. Head coach Amber Gehringer, that'll be their first timeout of the half, actually the quarter. And be a full timeout that is taken. Another big thing happening in town has been the ballpark project that's been happening. And there's quite a group that's come together to organize what that could look like in the baseball fields and softball fields, rec fields just west of the school. But they've been raising some money, Luke.
They sure have. We were talking about this up here earlier. It's just exciting to see people get behind things in the community, and it's always also, I don't want to say surprising to see where the money comes from, but it sometimes it comes from places you wouldn't expect it. For example, Mark and Deb Collett, longtime residents of Jesup, they've supported, just like Dave and Kathy Sabers, who we talked about last week with their big donation. Mark and Deb have been instrumental in so many things in Jesup over the years, not just with the school, but around the community.
A lot of the parks. A lot of the parks that help get
a lot of the
going,
parks are, they have played a huge role in a lot of the parks. They had a great gift when we were raising money for the Get Back on the Track campaign a few years back. And then here they are again this year donating $100,000 to the Ball Diamond Complex. So just really appreciative of Mark and Deb once again being generous with their hard-earned money and always looking to help where they can help. Jack and Jill Berg, that was a name I was not familiar with. I understand they have about 6 kids in the school system here. He's somehow part of the Bodensteiner implement dealership. And Jill, from what I understand, has been very instrumental in the marketing, the grant writing, that sort of the aspect of this campaign. But they stepped up and donated $50,000, which is just phenomenal. So they're, I feel bad I can't talk more about them because I just don't know them.
Well, they live up the road for me, and great people. And he's bailed me out a couple times with snow removal when I was beyond my control. So
yeah,
so good neighbors up the road, and they got their own little field of dreams out in front of their acreage, and they love baseball.
I just think it's, the fact that I don't know them and I can't speak the way I would want to speak about them is just kind of a testament of what we're talking about. The money comes out of places you just sometimes don't expect.
People have their passion areas that they get them to support, and the thought might be, Luke, that you don't know them because they don't want to know you.
Yeah, that could be.
That very well could happen. Yeah, they're familiar.
They've heard me talk, and they're like, "Ooh, stay away from that fella." There is one more group that I want to call out as we watch Peyton Youngblood take a shot at the hoop. Does not fall, but the Jesup Lions Club, forever doing great work in the community. They've stepped up with a $40,000 donation of their own. Of course, they do a tremendous amount of great work with the Iowa Department of the Blind. They come into our schools and test the eyes of our younger students. They have thrown so many dollars at so many different things throughout the community. So that's one, when you see the big hot dog stand at the park during Farmers Day, support it. Go buy a hot dog, go buy a brat, because that money is going directly back into the community.
So if you want to give, you can find that on Facebook. Again, it is called just get the name right, Jesup Legacy Fund. You can find it on Facebook or Google it, or you can find a Brock Sabres or a Jack or Jill Bird, or I'm missing
Mark
some
and Deb
names.
Collette.
Yeah, there's a bunch of names out there we could probably get into that are a part of that committee, or call up to the school, athletic department, whatever. They can get you connected in the right direction. Tim Turnus on that committee as well.
I tell you what, call Nate or I, and we are not directly involved in that campaign, and I certainly don't want anybody to think that we are. I don't want to take that credit, but I will absolutely make sure that you get in touch with the right people if you want to share some funds with that campaign.
Anytime, 24/7, get a hold of Luke.
Yes.
Go right ahead.
We should get back to this basketball game, though, because especially I know we've got fans from Gladbrook-Reinbeck that are like, okay, can we stop talking about that?
If they want to make a donation, too.
We'll take your money, too.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll get a play on those fields. You want to play on something nice, they can contribute.
But we still do have a heck of a game going here. GR leads 42-39 with just under 2 minutes to play, as Peyton Youngblood is going to go to the line to shoot a pair.
Timeout on the floor, though. Both teams are in the bonus. And one I don't know a ton about yet, I know it's just getting started, their early childhood playground. If you pull up like you're along the school there on the elementary side, there's kind of a playground, I'll say.
Yeah.
But as the school has grown, the playground equipment, there's just not enough. So kind of renovating that area. So that's an opportunity that's happening out there. So,
well, I think
just a PTO part of that, I think.
Yeah, and I think one of the things they're really trying to address, as I understand it, is accessibility issues. Make sure that playground provides enjoyment for all of our students, regardless of whatever their abilities or physical limitations are, for lack of a better term.
In addition to the North Addition with the Industrial Tech and the music and band rooms and the auditorium and the offices for high school, that's all on schedule, it sounds like. So a lot of stuff happening here at Jesup.
It's cool, isn't it? And of course, you as being on the board member and integral part of that whole process, facility upgrades, facility improvements. Appreciate your time and efforts there, Nate.
Yeah, there's more people beyond me doing some stuff.
I know there
Chad
are.
Cohagen, James Masteller doing some solid work from that leadership standpoint, making sure construction schedules are in line. And
takes a village.
They've added some nice touches into the industrial tech space, adding some orange in there. So it's not just a blah industrial tech, so you got some school pride in there.
Awesome. Love it. I'm looking forward to seeing that when it's complete. Jesup trying to get the ball up the court here.
Nesbitt.
Get in there.
Ooh. That would have been nice, but even better to get that rebound. And Emma Bowes will slow it down here in the last 90. Down by 4. Shizzle forced to Nesbitt. Bowes looks at it. Comes baseline in a row. Look to draw the foul. Zombo kicks it out. Nesbitt with
There
a
it
shot.
is. Senior leadership. Number 23, Olivia Nesbitt. When in doubt, get her the ball.
44-42. Full timeout is wanted by Coach Jordan Conrad. And cheerleaders have come out, try and get a little energy from this crowd.
Cheerleaders also sporting their green headbands. So both teams bringing a bunch of cheerleaders. The GR group looks like they've got about 6. We've got let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 with Jay.
Boys team wait in the wings. When this one closes out, we will launch a new channel or a new event on the YouTube channel as well as on the Facebook page.
I feel like this game is taking a while.
This last quarter, we've had more fouls here this second half and have slowed some things down. Still a little on schedule. All right, Brandt brings that ball up the floor, and she's going to go almost on her way.
Watch that drop step.
Good coverage by Peyton Weber. They've switched up to kind of a box and one or one-on-one coverage defensively. To the lane, Yep, and good or not good, Mattern. And talk about some defensive rebounding for Jesup.
Strong board by Weber.
40 seconds, down by only 2. Time is imminent. Emma, a lot of pressure. Back over to Shizzle, forced to Emma Bowes. Looking to draw a foul. Opportunity.
Get in there.
Shizzle.
Yeah!
Three-pointer.
Nothing but net for Shizzle. Sorry, I'm pretty sure I may have just destroyed somebody's eardrums at home.
Timeout is wanted. I think there's a determination of who called timeout and then now how long. They're going to take a long one. Gladbrook-Reinbeck taking a timeout to reset. And I think we are sitting at 21.4 seconds remaining. 45-44, Jesup with the lead. Down 3 at the end of the first quarter.
What an absolutely monster shot by Allie Shizzle. Steps back. I love the confidence. Again, Allie, just a sophomore. I'm calling her Allie.
Marley.
That's Marley, folks.
Yeah, I'm not.
Allie could probably step back and make that shot as well, but no, we were talking about sophomore guard Marley Shizzle, who just made an absolutely...
I have admitted to her mom that we do call her Allie.
Yes, happened.
Well,
I do it in, I've called her Allie face-to-face before.
And she says, does she just walk away from me at that point?
Well, they're like, they could win one of those Farmers Day look-alike contest, you know, mother-daughter look-alike contests. They're 2 peas in a pod.
Full court press in from Jesup. Watching the fouls. Shot clock is off. Opening with Sy. Got ball almost taken away. No whistles till now. And jump possession is the Jayhawks.
Nice job, Peyton Youngblood. Again, senior leadership. Get yourself on the ground, grab that ball.
She's kind of looking like, did that just happen? Timeout wanted for Conrad, potentially for Jesup, and he wants a full one.
Nice job, kid.
Both teams, again, have been in the bonus. That's where these foul situations can be very touchy. And it's surprising how far they got. And Jesup was able to hold back and not give a foul.
Yeah, especially as scrappy as we were there. I mean, we were clearly going for the strip, or at least a jump ball. Now you got your you want your shooters in there. It looks like we're going with Jaden Bowes, Emma Bowes, Peyton Youngblood, Emma Zabel, and Olivia Nesbitt. Each one of these girls can hit a free throw.
Nesbitt with 4 fouls, as does Emma Bowes.
I expect the Rebels to go for the steal quickly, and if they don't get that in short order, they'll be going for the foul. With 10 seconds to play here, and they're down 1.
Jesup leads in scoring with leading scorer is Nesbitt with 10 points. 10 seconds is what we have on that score clock.
Rebels in full court press.
Looking for an opening. Brandt covering.
Good job,
Jaden
good job.
Chasing that, trying to chase out of traffic, but she would go to the free throw line.
Really nice job by Jaden Bowes to make him chase her. Coach Conrad wants the intentional. I'm okay being a little lenient there. Obviously, they're trying to foul. Got to have this one. Marley Shizzle, she's going to come in for the shooter. Jaden Bowes after the shot here.
Jim quiets down a little bit. That one goes through.
So Shizzle coming in, that defensive pressure that she provides. 7.3 on the clock. That's all the time in the world. We got ourselves a game here, Nate.
Got to watch that long shot, obviously, to close it out. But Jaden Bowes, even with just 7 points, she's had a good night.
Yeah, she has. And honestly, that last possession where she made them use 3 seconds that they really didn't want to use. If they didn't get that steal, they needed an instant foul, which they weren't able to get. So good on her.
Coach Conrad on the board, just kind of seeing what the situation could be for them. When they come back at a break, they will be at West Delaware on January 3rd. On the road to South Hardin down in Eldora. Our next broadcast for basketball will be on January 9th when we host Grundy Center. There's wrestling in there somewhere.
Wrestling. Got to watch the deep shot here. You mentioned it earlier, but Rebels in this line. Oh boy, what are they doing?
Down floor, hard to save it. Peyton Youngblood, 4.3 is going to get hacked.
They
sent her to the free throw line.
They did exactly what you want to do in that set, but they didn't release anybody and still threw the deep ball. So I don't know if that was a miscommunication or they thought they were going to catch us sleeping.
It was a hard chase to that end of the floor to try and get that inbound. Now Peyton Youngblood. And a nice security point here if she can get this one to drop in.
Let's go, Peyton. Nothing but net.
Jesup more than has solidified the win. 48-44, and talk about a nice win going into Christmas break.
Absolutely, Nate. That's a hard-fought victory, and I love seeing the smiles on the face of the players. I look down, and Peyton Youngblood maybe's got the biggest smile on her face right now. Those were 2 absolutely huge shots at the end of the game, but more so than that, if you go back, she was responsible for that one tie-up that gave us the ball come down. Marley Shizzle takes that shot, puts us up, and you know, we know the rest of the game there. But got to give it to our seniors tonight. They really played. They played the way they should, and then, you know, we had some of those younger girls step up in a big way too. So great win for the Jayhawks.
Yeah, mostly everybody that got in did score. Nesbitt had 10 points, but talk about a true team effort tonight, Luke. They showed that tonight. Brandt leading on the floor tonight for Gladbrook-Reinbeck with a total of 16 points. So boys on the floor warming up. We'll be back with that broadcast here very shortly. For Luke Baldwin, as well as on-site producer Anthony Baugh, camera operator Eric Clark, I'm Nate Clayberg from the upper patio here in Jesup in the South Gym. Final score, girls win 48-44 over Gladbrook-Reinbeck. Watch this game again on replay on Facebook and also on our YouTube channel. This is the Jayhawks Sports Network from Heartland Technology. Music courtesy of bensound.com. Go Jayhawks and good evening.